And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Ed Welch is our guest. Ed, in past years, he's come on. We've talked about Auto Talk. We've talked about the United County Board of Legislators. We've talked about AAA because Ed has been involved with all those over the years. But now he is the president and CEO of Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Tough transition, or did it go smoothly? You left a lot of stuff behind when you went over to CABVI.
Well, I think fortunately I've been involved with the agency for 27 years, and I was chairman of the board for 10. So, and on the board many years before that. So, as I said earlier, people who tend to come work with the agency tend to stay there. So I had a very good grasp of the business and what we were doing there on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, it's a challenge in this position, but we've got a very good staff and we've got a very good company. And of course, I worked for years with Rudy D'Amico, and Rudy set the table very well for the person to come in after he retired. So we're in very good shape.
Yeah, the Senator Hildebrand was in town not too long ago. You took her on a tour through your new production facility, and that production facility is named after somebody. Yes.
Well, we have several production facilities, but and we were very grateful to have Senator Gillibrand and our mayor here. It was wonderful. She was able to come by the agency and see the work that we do. And of course, it's not every day you get a senator, United States senator, to come visit. So we were thrilled to have her there. She's very supportive of our mission and of our work. And obviously, the federal government's a big customer of ours. So we're grateful to have somebody from the federal government come visit us. We talk about our production facilities. Again, on Bleecker Street is our Thayer production facility. We would have loved to take her over there. We didn't have a chance to get her over that far. Her schedule's pretty tight.
Yeah. Ken Thayer, that's named after Ken Thayer, Kenneth Thayer?
It is. Ken was our chairman from 84 to 89. But more importantly, and he was with the agency since the 70s, but more importantly, Ken was the first chair of our industries committee. And he created the concept of bringing people in from different industries around the community to teach us how to move production to scale. And that has been one of the reasons why we've been able to be so successful all these years, is because we produce so many different things and we learned how to do it. We had industry people literally come in and teach us, right up to our current, we're currently ISO certified. And over the years, we've had different people from different manufacturing in this community be on our advisory board. And this was a concept that Ken introduced back in the 70s. And it got better and better and helped make the agency what it is today. So we felt it very appropriate to name that production facility on Bleecker Street after Ken. And I can tell you, he was pretty angry with me when we did that. He's a very humble man, a very talented man, but he was a pioneer of our business right here in Utica.
Yeah, good for you. Isn't he the fellow that got you involved with Vehicles for Vision?
He is. About 27 years ago, and I knew of the agency, but I had no business with them. He came down to my office, and
when you were at AAA?
When I was at AAA, and he literally asked to see me. And he didn't have an appointment, but he was very insistent on seeing me. So, of course, no problem seeing him, and he explained to me that they were having a problem with the CAR program, the Vehicles for Vision Donation Program, and he had listened to me on the radio, and he thought that I could be of help. And that's what Ken did. If Ken thought that there was a resource or an asset that could help the agency, he went right to it, and that's his character of how he did things.
Yeah, that was a natural, though, to have you head that up. I mean, Auto Talk for how many years? 30-something years?
Yeah, 32 years, and make a long story short, I solved the problem they were having. Then a few weeks later, I got a phone call, and Don Legitimacy wanted to meet me and have lunch, and I toured the agency with him and Ken. And after I saw the work and what we do there, I was sold on the concept of helping the agency and kind of been there ever since.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious, what was Ken Thayer's work? What was his background?
Well, Ken was a civilian with the Air Force for about 34 years. Prior, well, when I met him, he was still working. But he was also an officer of the Air Force Association. But of course, prior to that, he was a World War II veteran, involved in France after the D-Day operation, and he was one of the people that liberated Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, his service to our country started when he was a young man, and after leaving service after World War II, he continued serving us as a civilian in the Air Force for many, many years, and then of course served the agency and done a lot of other community work over the years. So he's a real hero of mine.
The products that CABVI is involved with, you mentioned being a big customer of the federal government. TSA in particular, you're doing a lot of work for TSEA, yes?
Yeah, we supply, when you go into the airport to travel, you'll see the x-ray machine where you put your stuff and you put it through the machine. When you do that, on top of the machine, you'll see the guys all wearing blue gloves. You'll see boxes of gloves. In over 400 airports in this country, it'll say CABVI on those boxes. Last year, we sent 742,000 cases of gloves out to our federal and state customers. And of course, that's just one of our product lines. I'll give you an example. We made 37,000 flashlights last year. We packaged 298,000 pounds of rubber bands, most all of which went to the Census Bureau.
One of the things that your employees do down there is packaging, right, Ed? I mean, that's a big...
We do a lot of packaging, and we do a lot of sewing. We created last year 254,000 pairs of pajamas for the VA. Those were sewn right here in Utica, New York. We also produced over 500,000 other textiles. We do a lot of towels, and of course, since COVID started, we learned how to make masks.
We've only got about 30 seconds in this segment, Ed, but talk about that partnership that you have with that Alabama rubber glove manufacturer.
Yes, and there's only one company in the United States that makes nitrile gloves, and that company's called Showa. They're in Alabama. We've been a customer there for years, and of course, since this COVID has hit, the glove industry has been strapped to produce PPE. There's only one factory in the United States that makes blue nitrile gloves. The rest of them all come from Asia and the Pacific Rim. And as you can well imagine, the global demand for this has been off the scale. So we've had a very difficult time getting product. And again, our ethos is to become independent. And we talked to our friends at Showa, we currently do business. They've seen they saw the same problem and decided to really up their manufacturing. So we signed up to become their first customer on their new manufacturing line, producing blue nitrile gloves here in the United States. And come April 1st of next year, our supply of this will become much, much, much greater. We'll be able to lock customers into 5-year supply of blue nitrile gloves made right here in the United States. What's really interesting is about 150 billion gloves made per year in this industry, and over 100 billion of them go in the trash.
All right, let me jump right in there, Ed, because we got to go to a break, but we'll be right back and we'll talk some more. Ed Welch is our guest. Short break, right back.